Hello, my name is Amy Maroso, and I'm Senior Digitization Coordinator at Carly. I'm going to lead you through an overview of some of the changes you'll see to the Carly Digital Collection site once our June CONTENTdm upgrade is complete. We are moving from CONTENTdm version 5.4 to the latest version, which is version 6.10. Much of the change you'll see is to the front end of the system. OCLC completely redesigned the public interface and functionality to make it easier to use and more responsive with mobile devices. The client software will not change, and there will only be a few minor changes in web administration. I'll point out the web administration changes at the end of this presentation. Right now, let's focus on what changes end users will see when they view the updated site. This is the new Carly Digital Collections homepage, and it looks exactly like our old Carly Digital Collections homepage. There has been no change to the initial page for the site. Users can still search by collection name, by institution, or by topic or media. There is still a search all option at the top of the page, as well as the same menu bar options as we've always had. If you click any of the Browse By options from the main page, Browse by Media, Browse by Topic, Browse by Institution, the results you return look generally the same as well. There is a new option to narrow your search using options on the left side of the page if you wish. There are also links on the top menu to take the user back to the home page or any of the other browse pages. Browse by name, browse by topic, browse by media, browse by institution. Or they can go to the About page to learn more about Carly Digital Collections, or they can use Home to go to the main Carly Digital Collections homepage. Where you'll really start to see changes is on the collection home pages. They have a slightly different, and I personally think more cleaner look to them. There is a right side box that includes items in the collection, and the home page description is now to the left. There are links on the menu to browse the collection, to return to Carly Digital Collections, or to return to the home page. Beneath the search box, you'll now find a breadcrumb trail of pages so you can move back to the previous page that you've been on if you wish. Although a little difficult to see on this slide, on the right side of the menu bar are links to favorites and links to help files. The advanced search option has moved from the menu bar to near the search box. This advanced search is persistent on all the pages within a collection, the home page, any browse page or search results page, and individual item pages. By clicking on the advanced search option, it'll bring up the function in place on the page, so no more being taken to a whole different page as is the case with our current version of CONTENTdm. It's going to show up right here on the page. A user can search just within the collection, or they can add other collections to the search. Quick View is a brand new feature in CONTENTdm version 6. If you hold your mouse over an image in this collection section, or on any page of collection results, a pop-up box will appear with a brief description of the image and obviously a little picture of the image as well. Using the Browse Collection link in the menu or using the search box to search the collection for specific terms will produce this search results page. You are still able to use the tick boxes by each thumbnail to save items to your favorites. In addition, once you are on a page of search results or on a browse page in the collection, the search box will default to searching for items within your current results rather than searching across the whole collection. And as we saw earlier on the By Institution search results page, the Narrow Your Search By options will be on the left side of the page. The facets will work with results from a search and also when a user is simply browsing through a collection. The Quick View feature is also enabled on results pages. You have the ability to sort your results by title, subject, or description, and you also have display options available to you. Clicking on the display options link will allow you to turn off Quick View if you wish, or change your results display from the default, which is to show thumbnails and a title only, to the grid view, which shows a smaller thumbnail of each item and more metadata fields. The new item viewer has been reorganized and is much more intuitive to use. Metadata for each item is still found below the image, but it can be minimized using the arrow next to the term description. There is now a slider bar that can be used to increase or decrease the size of the image in your browser window. It will also allow the user to zoom up on the image to 200% of the original image size. That was something that actually isn't available right now on our current version. There was nothing that allowed anyone to zoom beyond 100% of the image, but now you can zoom a little further to 200% of the image. Clicking on the button to the right of the slider will cause the image to appear in full screen mode, so the image and nothing else is visible within your browser window. Once you've clicked on the option, now all you see is the image in your browser window. Clicking the button to the right side of the slider again will take the image out of full screen mode. Another of the very new features is an option to share the item you're viewing through email or multiple social media options. There's also the ability to download the image to a computer. Carly has restricted this to allow users to only download small 250 by 250 pixel or medium 500 by 500 pixel versions of each image. It has definitely been redesigned for the better. Here's what it looks like now, and there are some nice changes to the way users view compound objects. The metadata for each compound object is much easier to see. Item description appears directly below the image, and the page description at the bottom of the page. As with the single item viewer, either the object or the page description sections can be minimized using the arrows to the left of those sections. One new way to easily see and choose any page of a compound object is to use the sidebar on the right side of the window. A user can scroll through either the thumbnail image of each page of a compound object and choose to go directly to that page, or can switch to the content option. Here is what the content option looks like. This allows a user to scroll through the pages of the compound object using something like titles of each page and/or section rather than the thumbnail image. If the compound object a user is viewing has full text searchable transcripts available, the option to search within the transcript for specific terms will automatically appear as a text search tab within the object viewer. Clicking on the text search tab will enlarge it to include a search box for typing in terms. The ability to view the image of each page of compound object side by side with the transcript of that page has also been improved. To view the image and text of each page together, click on the View Image and Text option. The setup for viewing images of the pages directly with their transcript has been much better organized and is much easier to use. A thumbnail of each page is present at the bottom of the screen, and users can click on any of those thumbnails to be taken to that specific page and its corresponding transcript. A few additional changes to the user experience that aren't easily shown by pictures are RESTful URLs. The background architecture of CONTENTdm is now using RESTful URLs. They don't contain references to underlying technology. Things like PHP or HTML don't appear in them, nor do question marks or ampersands. They're easier to link to an individual item, search results, or home pages, and they're more likely to have a longer lifetime and be more resistant to change as technology changes in the future. We also have index pagination. That's in beta mode right now, and it improves search results for compound objects. It creates a new index that puts the full text from each page of a compound object into a single index record for that. It should improve findability of data in the full text fields of a compound object. There are other additional changes that we haven't really covered here. To view a full list of them and a full list of updates and bug fixes, we do have all of the version 6 release notes from version 6.0 straight up through the version that we're moving to, which is 6.10, on the upgrade page under the release note sections. It's on the bottom of the page, and the URL here is the main URL for our CONTENTdm upgrade information. Over in CONTENTdm Web Administration, we have a few changes for metadata fields. Several controlled vocabularies that OCLC provides with CONTENTdm Web Administration field properties have been updated to more recent versions. Those include the Art and Architecture Thesaurus, Canadian subject headings, Thesaurus for Graphic Materials 1, subject terms, MESH, the medical subject headings, the Getty Thesaurus of geographic names, and the Union list of artist names. Unfortunately, no matter how much we beg and plead, OCLC still has not provided us with Library of Congress subject headings. Maybe someday. 13 new qualified Dublin Core fields have also been included for field properties for mapping purposes, and they're all listed on this slide. Additionally, in Web Administration, if you go to Web Administration, to the Collections tabs, and then to the Reports link, You'll now be able to see by month the number of page views any item in the collection has received. This is something that hasn't been available in the report section of CONTENTdm Web Administration before, but now you'll be able to do that on your own through the Collections tab for each of your collections. As a reminder of what's coming up and what libraries will need to do before, during, and after the upgrade, here are a few slides on general upgrade information. The upgrade will take place Tuesday, June 23rd through Sunday, June 28th. There will be no new version of the project client. The project client that you're using automatically updates itself, and we are actually on the most recent version of the project client. So there will be nothing to download and nothing that you'll need to update there. A read-only copy of Carly Digital Collections will be available throughout the upgrade period for searching and browsing. It will contain all collections, items, and metadata current as of 5 p.m. on Tuesday, June 23rd. So what libraries will need to do before 5 p.m. on Tuesday, June 23rd, so before the upgrade actually starts, in the project client, you will need to go in and upload all of the items in all of the projects in your project client. Once that's done, you'll need to go to Web Administration and approve and index all items that have been uploaded. Although we don't believe there'll be any problem with this, we just want to make extra sure that all of the items are on the server for the upgrade to take place. You will not be able to connect to CONTENTdm server either through the project client or through Web Administration after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, June 23rd. As the Carly office is doing the upgrade, there are no new items that can be added to collections, no changes can be made to existing items, no new collections or users can be created, and unpublished collections cannot be published. Those collections won't be lost. They'll still be in an unpublished state once the upgrade is done, and they can be published after the upgrade. But we can't move something from unpublished to published during the upgrade time. And we can't make any changes to collection homepage texts, to logos or colors on anything on your collection homepage. After the upgrade, the URL for web administration is going to change. It changes slightly. You'll see that base URL has a :8080 after it. So you'll need to update any bookmarks you have in your browsers for web administration. The server URL also must be changed for each current project in your project client, and then going forth, there is the same new server URL for any new projects that you'll make in your client afterwards. Directions to change the server URL for current projects are listed under the Library Tasks After Upgrade section of the upgrade page. Now, this is not stuff that you're going to have to do immediately after you hear from the Carly office that we say that the upgrade is completed. When you'll need to do these changes is once you come back after your summer vacations, after your ALA trip. Once you start working in CONTENTdm again, you'll need to make this web administration URL change and the server URL change in your project clients then. It's not something that needs to be done immediately. Just as you come back to work on your projects, you'll need to do that then. If you have any questions about this presentation, if you have any questions about the upgrade or before, during, and after what's expected of libraries, please contact Carly's support at support@carly.illinois.edu. I'm going to go back to this page and point out once again this URL at the bottom of the page, the carlyillinois.edu products-services/contentdm/cdm-upgrade. That is the main page that we are using for the CONTENTdm upgrade information. A recording of this webinar is going to be on that page. All of the tasks and reminders, copies of all of the emails that we send out to everybody, all of the documentation that we have on updating the server URLs, and everything else can be found on that page. So please, if you have any questions, contact us or check this page. And if the information isn't on that page, please feel free to get a hold of Carly, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. But if you're looking for documentation, this would be the page to go to. And it also includes, as I mentioned previously, all the release notes for all of the versions of CONTENTdm that we're moving through. Basically, we've been on version 5.4, and now we're going to version 6.10, and we have release notes for version 6.0 through 6.10 that includes all of the bug fixes, and all of the upgrades that have been made incrementally throughout this version 6 process that OCLC has done. And once again, there is our support email address, and please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. I thank you for your time, and we look forward to a great upgrade and wonderful new features in Carly Digital Collections. Thank you.